GT, baby.
What's cracking, y'all? It's your boy Junior Mafia coming back too with another video. So we gotta talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw, and man, Roman Reigns finally returned after getting packed up, at Clash of Paris and all that. He came in and made his return and all, and definitely something I want to get into. Once I get down the line with the video and all that, we're gonna definitely talk about that and what's to come, especially with him being back now. So we're gonna get into all of that right there. Before I jump in, I want to discuss what happened through the show that I feel like was interesting, with the whole Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and the Kabuki Warriors being Asuka and Kairi Sane. I think that was very good. You have Rhea pretty much calling the Kabuki Warriors out, and really wanted to fight them after what they did last week to her and Io. But Io ended up coming out and wanting to tell Rhea that she see how Asuka been moving. She don't like how they've been operating, but that's still her family, and that's why she haven't really went on attack mode and all that. And then of course you see a promo package, with Asuka and Kairi Sane. Asuka talking her shit, saying how for Io, you join the family, but you have to apologize to me, and I'll forgive you. But to Rhea, that ain't the case. Like, it's pretty much clipped for that. So once that happens and all, Io leave out because she felt like, this family, I can't do it, I'm sorry, and leaves out. But then you see Asuka and Kairi Sane come from the opposite side of the ring and pretty much put the beat down on Rhea, which Io in this case, she's going to go in and make the save. Moving Asuka, she ended up getting hit with the miss and all that. And the Rhea tried to fight back, and it was pretty much a done deal. So I like their storyline where they're going with that. I'm still not sincere if Io really serious about teaming up with Rhea. I feel like this could be a turn down the line just based on everything happening. I could be wrong. But I feel like the way this scenario was going right now is like Io's gonna play the side of being Rhea here and there and all, and then the manipulation from Asuka and all that could have Io turn on Rhea or something like that. It can happen, but we'll just see what's going on. And it has been confirmed that they are gonna have a tag team match at Crown Jewel, so that's gonna be interesting. And looking forward to how that whole thing turns out. So I think that was fantastic and all that. Then we get to Jimmy and Jay, and they talking backstage, and Jay kind of questioned Jimmy in regards to like, you ready? So Jimmy said, yeah, preparing for their tag team match against the Bronze, and he pretty much was saying like, like last week. And this was Jimmy talking about like, where were you? Like, you just had me out there while me and LA Knight pretty much got packed up, so to speak. And he was saying like, that ain't my concern. Like, I told you the whole thing with LA Knight. Like, once I got done with him, that was it. And he's saying no more of that. And he pretty much trying to like dictate Jimmy in regards to nobody helps us. Like, we a family. Like, we look out for each other. Everybody else is non-existent. Channeling his inner Roman, and you can tell the look on Jimmy's face, like, what's wrong with you? Like, it's the same shit every week, and Jay not having it as usual, but saying bump all that. Let's just be focused for later on tonight, which was gonna play a big role, and all. Then we're gonna cut to Seth Rollins. He gets in the ring because he wanted to adjust Cody Rhodes. And they do this promo package similar to what they did for Brock and John Cena. And pretty much was giving that history, from when they started from the industry up to where they got now and crossing paths with each other. So we got pretty much some similarities with that with Seth and Cody. You know, Cody's decision to leave WWE and pretty much make a name for himself outside of the company and to come back as a main eventer. So that was like pretty much the talk. And, you know, just pretty much getting a point of view on it. Very good promo package. So Seth comes out there and you hear them screaming, Cody. Well, start from CM Punk. Then it went from Cody to Cody Rhodes. And you can tell that was getting like under Seth Rollins' skin. And he's saying that, to be honest, when I think about Cody Rhodes, is that, you know, I got respect for the guy and all that, but he feels like he's pretty much that top guy there, that he's going to lead the future into, lead WWE into the future and all that. And, you know, he pretty much the quarterback and all. And you can tell that was getting to Seth Rollins. Like, he was getting in his own head. And as it's going on, and he's pretty much yapping, talking to Seth Rollins talk that he told, Cody Rhodes ended up coming. And when Cody went in there, he pretty much was saying, like, listen, if I'm being honest right now, I could care less what you're saying. But what you're trying to paint this picture of in regards to feeling like you're like that leader, that people listen to you and all that, like, that begs to be, you know, a huge question, because now I know, like, when the Braun Brothers came to SmackDown, you didn't make that call. Paul Heyman did. And you can tell that got to Seth, he was like, the final decisions run through me. And he's saying that that's the case. Did you make that call when Paul Heyman decided to announce Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza? Seth says again, those final decisions come through me. And pretty much Cody's trying to say, like, you don't really have full control of your own group, so to speak. Like, you're not like that leader that you think you are. And it started getting to Cody, to Seth Rollins, like, it was rubbing him the wrong way. And, you know, Cody had to bring it down, like, listen, before all of this right now, like, we was friends. Like, when you helped me out at WrestleMania 40 and all that, you was my shield. You looked out for me when nobody else thought that. Like, you know, took the common courtesy to do so. You did that. And, you know, he's saying that through it all, you was my friend. And then you see Seth cut him off and try to downplay it and all that. But we know reality sets in. Like, he still loved Cody. You know, he's just putting on the front and doing all this extra stuff, you know, just to pretty much scapegoat it. But we see right through you, Seth. You can't fool us. You still got love for Cody Rhodes, and that's never going to change. So, you know, they went on and saying that, and he was saying that, you know, none of that mattered. You think this is friendship? No, this was just me, like, you know, just still, like, paying back after everything that went down. He said, but we was never friends, and after I handled business at Crown Jewel, I'm going to be the leader and all that too, and I'll be the face and all. So this is Seth Rollins getting in his own head yet again, and you can tell it's taking a huge toll on him. Even when, while we get to the main event match, you see him talking to Paul Heyman and letting him know, like, all the shit going on don't even matter. I need to win this match. And this is where shit really can get tricky now. And that's, will he actually win or lose? Because if he lose, all hell is going to break loose. So that remains to be seen. But, you know, that was pretty good. And heading into the main event match with the Usos taking on the Braun Browns. Very good main event. Definitely enjoyed it for what it was. And, you know, leading up to the end of the match where, you start seeing Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed getting the upper hand over the Usos. Pretty much. You see Bronson Reed do the jagged edge onto Jimmy, I believe, and Jay got speared, so they pretty much stacked him up, and you see Bronson Reed like to go up and hit a tsunami on him, but all of a sudden you hear Roman Reigns music hit, and man, come on, the aura with him. He has a chair in his hand and all that. We see Roman Reigns back after getting packed up at Clash at Paris on a stretcher at that. And he walks in there with a chair and he means business. So walking with a sense of urgency, going there and going full attack mode, packing up both Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. So he got Bronson Reed up out of there and turned his attention onto Braun Breaker. You see the Usos going in there, hit him with a spear, and then they go up, hit the Usos splash and cover him for the 1, for the 2, for the 3, and they end up winning the match. Now Roman goes in there with the chair and proceeds to still hit him consistently with it, and then toss his ass out the ring. So when it was all said and done, and you see Jimmy like near the ropes, and you see Roman talking to Jay, and pretty much was saying like, I like how you handling things, like there's no making friends here and all that. It's all about family, and we need to go smash them. The same conversation he had, like months ago, you see it's starting to set in on the Jay, and Jimmy picking up on that now, because you see how they just really embracing one another, as if he's looking at Jay as like that he's channeling his inner Roman. That's how he feeling, and that's the main thing that Jimmy was fearing the most since 2 years ago when they had that tribal comeback at SummerSlam, and the reason why he stopped Jay from beating Roman was because I didn't want you to turn into him. And long and behold, this is exactly how it feel like it's transitioning to, from the way he's speaking, the way he operating, everything. It gives off Roman Reigns energy, and Jimmy is feeling a huge way about it. And I will not be surprised if he brings that up again, but this time with Roman in that section, in that same vicinity. So that remains to be seen, but this is going to be crazy now, because they're planting the seeds for what's to come. And this can be a situation where Jay might try to channel his inner Roman right there, but when Roman probably either accept it or turn it down, and Jay may not hear that and just go on straight crash out mode. Those things can happen. So I definitely can't wait to see what they're gonna cook up in that aspect, and how they would tell the story as it progresses, because they can go multiple directions with this. And I feel like at the end of it, we'll all be satisfied. So we'll see how that turns out. But overall, this was a very solid show. Definitely enjoyed it, for what it was. If I had to give it a rating, I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely enjoyed it and all that stuff. But comment down below. Let me know what was your favorite part of Monday Night Raw and all that. And let me know in the comments down below. But I appreciate your love and support. Continue to keep God first. Trust the process on anything that you do in life. Your time will come. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.